Got this awesome tire. Oh crap. I just rolled down the hill. Ah crap. I'm gonna have to go get it. All right, so let's get a closer look at what we got here. So this was listed as a 66 Spitfire, but from what I know, the Mark IIs went through 66. The Mark IIIs started, I believe, in 67. Now, our plate here is missing. And of course, this is a parts car. So I'm gonna have to do some digging, see if that's in the trunk, and we might be able to decipher exactly what year it is, but I believe it's a 67 to a 70, and I'm guessing that it's a little earlier in that. There are some oddities too, like the kind of dish hubcap we have here. I actually thought that was a Mark I, Mark II thing, but again, I think we're going to find there's a lot of oddities here. So again, this car, as I said, is pretty complete. Well, it's complete except for, well, that piece, and well, that piece, and a couple pieces over there, and I'm sure many other things. So obviously, yeah, it's got rust. It's an old British car. It's going to have rust. But we do have a matching pair of seats. We got some good frames on them. They're going to have to be reupholstered. Got these cool Sears bald slicks back here. Actually, I think they used to be tires, and now they're slicks, and probably would blow up if I put air in them, but that's okay. Got a windshield with cracks in it. That's nice. All right, but really, what are the positives? Let's get into the positives. All right, the positives are, well, we do have an engine. Obviously, the air cleaners are off on the carbs, but let's see. Looks like our throttle's not stuck. That's good. This would probably be our choke here. Let's see if that's stuck. Is that our choke? I don't know. All right. Okay, so we definitely at least have the carbs are intact. They are here. They're all there. They don't look too nasty inside. For sitting out in the open, I guess that's okay. I like these homemade plexiglass air diverters. Get a little more air into the radiator there. That hints at an overheating problem. That's. Okay. Let's take a look over here. What we got? We got any brake fluid? Can I even open it? God damn! Can't even open it. That's not a good sign. All right, how about this? All right, well, we'll probably pull the valve cover off and see what the rest of it looks like, but that's good. It's not completely rusted out, at least. I like this touch. That's awfully nice. Look at those nice little protectors on those clamps. Got an old coil in here. Like our fuel pump. It's got a generator. Now this should be, being a 67 or above, this ought to be a negative ground. I think positive ground went through the 65, 66 era, but I'm pretty sure 67 is going to be a positive ground, even with generator. It's going to be a positive ground generator. And it's 12 volt, of course. I think they switched to alternators around the 69 or 70 time frame, so that again kind of hints at the age of this, but the again, bumper mounts, they definitely hinted at being a Mark III. So again, yeah, we got a cool homemade plexiglass diverters there. I do like this. Check this out. Red, 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 red. Someone took a lot of time painting the covers of just about everything they could red. All right, I wonder if our door works. I'm telling you, I haven't tried anything on this yet. I think that's our lock mechanism and our window mechanism. Okay, Again, looks like we got a bumper, convertible top frame. Here's a bit of an issue I noticed. Does not seem to want to go into gear. Maybe it does. We're going to have to play with that a little bit, but we do have a key. All the gauges are there. A lot of the switches are there. I was going to go on about this tire again. I don't know why, I just love that tire. It's awesome. Look at this part. I don't know if it's a reproduction or if it's original, but that chrome looks awfully nice. And it does have this dent right here, but anyway. Even these, the chrome on these lenses doesn't look too bad. It does have the original bubble lenses on it. I think this one might be plastic. Some of these were glass. That might be a glass one. I just can't tell through my glove. And there's the foam insulator. Again, look at that. The chrome on this piece really isn't bad. I mean, honestly, I think that would just polish up. Cool flip top. Oh my God. Flip top gas cap. That is... Ooh, that's some bad gas in there. Well, I don't think we'll be using the tank to fuel this. All right, what do we got in the trunk? Here's where it gets cool. So again, look up underneath here. You know, it looks like obviously this was sprayed, but it looks nice. This trunk lid doesn't look damaged or dented at all. It looks good. The valance, on the one I was working on, this whole valance had been hit and bonded over. This one sounds pretty solid. And you can even kind of tell from in here, nice and straight. So again, we got some good parts. That's what we're looking for. Look, we got some trim. Got various boxes and bolts. Heater hose. How much did they pay for that at Dart? Dart Drug. So at Dart Drug, you're buying heater hoses. I don't know if you can see that. Looks like $326. That's a good deal. It's a random piece of vinyl. Anyway, you got to wear gloves when you're doing this. I've done my best to kind of look through and make sure there's no animals in here, but you never know. You never know what could be living in this thing, especially those things. Woo! So, biggest thing when you're taking apart a car like this, you got to be careful, and I'm doing it on camera live. You never know what's living in it. And of course there could be mice, snakes, but the big thing, especially in the summer, are these jerks. Look at those wasps. I got some things to take care of them. 1 second. All right, so whenever you take an old car home that's been sitting out in someone's yard, in the woods, or wherever, the big thing you want to do is not just toss it straight into your garage, because you never know what's living in it. And as you go through it when it's outside of your garage, it's one reason to wear gloves and really be careful and look around, especially when you're digging in this stuff. Look at this. You never know what could be living in here. And we did find an active wasp nest. Looks like they pretty much flew out. And the ones that didn't, well, they're pretty much screwed now. So I'm going to keep that handy. We're going to go ahead and just take some of this stuff out. Just set it on the ground for now so we can go through it. All right, look at that. Let's do that right there. Okay. Looks like we got a trunk floor. That's good. Let's go ahead and move this big bucket of stuff out. There's our other. Man, it looks like they like the blue paint too, not just red. All right, let me go ahead and take out this big box. All right, let's see what else we got in here. So this is pretty cool. I know the gentleman I bought it from said this stuff was in here, and it is. This is the stainless steel trim that goes up here. This is actually fairly valuable stuff. I don't want to bend it. That one's got a little bit of a kink in it, but looks repairable. All those can be polished up and cleaned up. And here's some of the rear bumpers. Another rear bumper. The rest of the small dish hubcaps are in there. Let's see how those look. Very, very plain. Very plain. I've actually got a nice set of the full style hubcaps, which I kind of like better. Ah. They were looking pretty good until that one. Isn't that the way it always goes? Like, pretty good, pretty good. Ah, no good. Oh well, I don't like them anyway. Holy crap, look at that thing. There's another air cleaner for the SU. All right, then we got some inner door handle sitting in there. We'll toss that over there. And we got some weather stripping. There's our windshield wipers down in there, and again, some of our stainless steel trim. So for right now, I'm just going to leave this as is. And let's take a look at what we got here. All right, so I got these boxes here, and I'm just going to go through them and see what we got. So I got the box in this bucket here. And this is always exciting stuff. So we got our awesome blue painted SU carburetor air cleaners. They look pretty ratty. Some nice old windshield washer and vacuum tubing. 6 feet. Oh no, no price tag. Can't tell if that was bought at Dart Drug 2. Ooh, Road Europa. Triumph distributor cap and rotor. Installation instructions on reverse side. Oh, hang on, sorry. How does it fit? This might give us a hint. Spitfire Mark 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1500. So pretty much every Spitfire, so that doesn't tell us much. There's some installation instructions. That'll be handy. Looks like a whole bunch more tubing. And some random hardware. Ooh, another light. And this, you can tell by the weight, that is definitely glass. I think. Sure looks like it. Okay. All right, so we got another indicator lamp. Some old Arnley foreign car disc brake pads. Looks like they fell out. They still look new. There's our window crank. Some various awesome wiring that we will never use again. Some more cracked indicator lights. Those are pretty useless. Those are just decoration at this point. Ah, rear tail light. Ah, and it's busted. That's too bad. A piece of seat belt. Oh man. Submerged rearview mirror. More brand new rotted out brake pads from sitting in here. Beck Arnley Corp. What do we got here? Beck Arnley Corp of Maryland. This is what's always fun. All right, so July 5th, 1978. List price $9.95, total $8.46. It must have been on sale. It's like our brake pads. See if I can get this open all the way. Here we go. It's a receipt for the brake pads from 1978. List price $9.95, but we got them on sale, $8.46 for this pair of brake pads. Total of $8.89 for a set of pads. You know what's funny? You can buy a really cheap set of pads, probably for about that price nowadays. I wouldn't, but you could. What do we got here? Side mirror. Yep. Very rusty side mirror. And I don't really see anything else too spectacular in there. Let's see what we got here. Only a vibration damper. That's what these would be. Looks like some sort of a grommet. And yeah, here we go. This is what I was looking for. Anyone else remember Track Auto? Now Advanced Auto Parts. All right, and good news is nothing else alive in our bucket. So, to be honest with you, that whole bucket of parts, it really wasn't anything of value. Toss all that back in. Oh man, all right. Now our box. What could we have in here? It looks like various clips, maybe interior clips or something like that. Oh, that's a point set in there. Got a point set and a condenser. So there's the condenser. There's the point set. What else we got? All right. Good friend Lucas service part. It's not labeled, so I don't know what it is. Until this thing sat out, this box is pretty rotted out. Here's the cool part. Here's all of our Spitfire letters. In fact, somewhere in here, let's see if we can get this opened up. This ought to confirm, even though I know it's a Mark III, as long as the letters are still present. There's our Spitfire. Now, this is what I'm looking for. Look at that. Mark. Here it is. Mark III. So that's your proof right there. It's definitely a Mark III. Of course I knew it was, but still. See if all our letters are in here. So these are what go on the trunk lid, by the way. Triumph Spitfire Mark III. Okay, what else? I'll put my glove back on before I go back in this box. All right, what we got? Please don't let there be a wasp nest in here. All right, let me try to move my camera right. Don't quite know what that is. Here, Baxter Fibrinogen Degradation Products Detection Set. I don't really want to know what this is used for. I'll be honest with you. And it has that in it. And I don't know what that is. That explains where these plastic bins came from. All right, what do we got here? What the heck is this? You know, call me crazy, but it looks more like a motorcycle kickstand. Oh, no way. No way. Look at that. Look at that. That's looking pretty good. Bet you that one will clean up. Gotta be careful not to break that. That's probably pretty brittle. There's the bumper risers, the nice rubber on them. This is before they got really bad. It's still not great. Okay, what do we got in here? It's like a convertible top cover. And that's when things kind of get nasty. I think we'll just leave all that stuff for the trash. So that's pretty much it. That's our spare parts that we got in the trunk. I guess, was there really anything exciting? Well, I'm glad all the letters were there. That's cool. A lot of this, though, it's not really all that usable. Maybe the cap there, but to be honest with you, you can get a new one of those nowadays. All right, let's go ahead and get the interior kind of cleaned out. Here's our rusty bent up front bumper. Looks like a pretty nice convertible top frame. Definitely usable. Definitely rebuildable. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you can see based on how the camera is. This is the one piece that we had in the trunk. This is the cap that goes on our windshield piece like that when it's all cleaned up. That's leaves. Yeah, this is why you want to clean this out before you roll it into the garage for any work. And we still got our gloves on because I have no idea what's living in this. Well, our seat's actually still attached, sort of, on the front. This one, on the other hand, easy remove. Got this awesome tire. Oh, crap. I just rolled down the hill. Ah, crap. I'm going to have to go get it. Oh, cool. There's something awesome. Well, this is not awesome. This is a door panel that has been recovered, sort of. There's some very, very cheap vinyl. That's no good. All right, this looks like a rotted out interior piece. That stuff's all junk. Here's the other door panel. Again, junk. That one's actually, at least the cardboard's in okay shape. They're good templates if you need them. Looks like we got something that goes with our spare tire. Probably goes over it. Lets you kind of put the bolt in and then put the cover on. I actually found the spare tire cover in the trunk, and it doesn't look too bad. I think I might hold on to that. Ah! Found another lens and it's busted. Well, you can buy these reproduction anyway. I was really hoping to get some originals that were cleanable. That's okay. And that's about it, except for some leaves, holes in the seat belt, and some garbage that we're going to toss. And we also got this panel back here. See if I can pull it out. This is the backing panel that goes where the fuel tank is. Looks like this was also recovered in that cheesy stuff. All right, and there, get a good view of our inside. Yeah, this thing's quite full of leaves and everything from sitting out, but it does have some half decent metal in it. This looks like a reflector off one of the rear lights. Careful as you dig around in this. And I mean, that floor pan's pretty rotted out, definitely. Our support isn't too bad. Our centerpiece isn't too bad. So I know this definitely looks bad, but to be honest with you, there is some usable pieces in here if we need them. This is actually a service cover. You can get to the top of the differential from there. All right, so basically all we're going to do now, we're just going to clean out all this stuff and vacuum it out. And then I'm pretty sure there's no animals living in here. I think we got all the wasp nests out. We can go ahead and look to push it in. Oh, would you look at this? Here's a interesting thing. So this is where the hood latch will go. I'm going to go down, I'm going to pan down to where it is. All right, that's where your hood latch goes. Now sometimes you may need to shim that to get it to fit right. You might have to add one shim made of some sort of rubber, possibly two or more. Yeah, that's a lot of shims. I wonder the hood had a little bit of tough time closing and sitting right. Well, no big deal because we're stripping this car apart anyway.